This is the OPPO F15, OPPO's first launch in India for 2020. Today let's unbox it and see what OPPO has in store for us this time. Hey guys, Ash here from C4eTech, and if you do end up liking what you see here in this video, please subscribe and turn on notifications by hitting that bell icon. Let's now get this video started. The F15 comes in this really colorful box with this image of the front and back of the phone along with F15 branding right on the top. To the sides, we have OPPO and ICC branding and then some spec highlights to the back. Below that is a sticker with more information. This phone comes with 8 gigs of RAM and 128 gigs of storage. It's the Unicorn White variant. There's another sticker as well to the bottom with more specs, and the price on the box says $22,990. So I expect the MRP to be a little lower, as it always is. Slicing through the plastic now, opening up the box, we are greeted by a smaller box next. This one contains the SIM ejector pin, some regular documentation, along with a clear case. Setting those aside for the moment, let's now get to the F15. Removing the protective plastic and the sticker to the back. Well, this variant is called Unicorn White. My first impressions are, there seems to be quite a bit of blue here. This shiny back, it looks like a gradient of blue to off-white. Let me hold off on design comments for now and let's get back to the box contents. Next, we have a VOOC 3.0 charger along with a USB Type-C cable. This one has OPPO's green accents, which look nice. Finally, there are a pair of Apple EarPods-esque earphones. Now pick up the F15 and the first thing you'd notice is how light it feels. At just about 170 grams and 7.9mm thickness, it's pretty slim and sleek, and that is pretty good for a phone that packs a decent sized 40-25 mAh battery. Ergonomically, it fits nicely in hand thanks to those curved edges to the back. That said, it's still a big phone that's gonna be comfortable to use two-handed more often than not. Now talking about comfort, I like the power and volume key placements. They are easy to reach. I also found them pretty tactile and responsive. Above the volume key to the left sits a tray that takes 2 SIMs and a microSD card. To the bottom, we have the 3.5mm headphone jack, the primary mic, a USB Type-C port, and the internal speaker. To the back, we have a quad camera setup here. It protrudes, and that's a slight con. Another con, a bigger con, is the fact that this is a plastic build. But that's how OPPO's managed to actually keep the weight low and the phone still manages to look good. Now turning the phone around, OPPO's gone with an Amoled panel here for the F15. This is a 6.4-inch panel with a Full HD Plus resolution and a 20:9 aspect ratio. As with all AMOLED panels, the colors are vibrant, the deep blacks are always nice to look at. OPPO generally doesn't skimp out on wideband L1 and the F15 is no exception. So yes, we can stream HD videos via Amazon or Netflix on this beautiful display. The notch up top is pretty unobtrusive and it houses a 16-megapixel selfie camera, and it's a pretty good selfie camera. The skin tones, they're natural on these selfies, and the dynamic range for a selfie camera is pretty good. As always, we have a portrait mode, and this is OPPO, right? So there has to be an AI beauty mode. If that's your thing, it's here. This selfie camera, it is also used for face unlock, and as this is an AMOLED panel, OPPO have been able to include a fingerprint scanner under this display. This feels like the sensor from the X2 Pro, which was amongst the fastest sensors we've come across, so no complaints with regards to accuracy or speed. Circling back to the display for a moment here, the bezels are left minimal, and this panel is protected by Corning's Gorilla Glass 5. So overall, it's a good quality display. That's what OPPO's gone with here. So whether it's watching videos or just browsing or even playing games, this AMOLED panel should be great for anything that you want to do. Now we can't really talk about gaming or even just day-to-day use without mentioning the specs, right? So let's talk about them specs right now. The F15 is powered by the Mediatek Helio P70 chip, along with 8 gigs of RAM and 128 gigs of onboard storage, UFS 2.1 by the way. Now, there is also room for memory expansion via microSD as we saw. The P70 seems to hold up quite well here. In the little time that I spent with the F15, I didn't seem to notice any major lag or frame drops while moving around the interface. This also has a lot to do with ColorOS and how well optimized it is. I am a little disappointed that the F15 is still on ColorOS 6 built on Android 9 Pie. Given that this is a 2020 phone, I feel it should have launched with Android 10, and here's to hoping OPPO updates it soon. Moving on, the Mali G72 MP3 GPU inside combined with Game Boost seems to be able to handle intense titles like Call of Duty Mobile. I'll have more to say in my review after further testing. The 40-25 mAh battery, I expected to fare well with ColorOS. We've seen this combination on the Realme 3 before, but that was with the 720p LCD panel. This is a Full HD AMOLED. That said, if you do end up running out of juice, there's the VOOC 3.0 charger in the box. OPPO claims you can go from 0 to 50 in 30 minutes flat, and that's damn good. As for cameras, we have 4 to the back. The primary is a 48 megapixel sensor with the f1.7 lens. It seems to do a fair job. Dazzle color returns to pump up the saturation, expand on the dynamic range. There's a night mode which again seems to get the job done. Helps get brighter images thanks to OPPO's multi-frame noise reduction algorithms. The second camera is an 8 megapixel sensor with a f2.25 ultra-wide lens, and the third one, it's a 2 megapixel macro to get close-up shots like this, and the final sensor on the left is for depth deduction. It helps with getting portrait shots. So that's basically what OPPO is offering with the F15, a good-looking device with quad cameras, an excellent AMOLED panel with an in-display fingerprint scanner, a not too special but very functional chip inside, ample RAM 8 gigs, a whole lot of fast storage 128 gigs, UFS 2.1, all at a price, well, I don't really have the official pricing here, but if I were to hazard a guess, I'd say OPPO will be looking to price this at around the 20,000 rupee mark, which for an offline focused phone is interesting to say the least. Now the moment I get official confirmation on the pricing, I'll update it in the description below and also pin a comment, and I will have more to say in my full review. Now by the time this video goes live though, I'm sure you guys will know the pricing, so tell me, what do you think about the price? What do you think about the F15? What are your thoughts? Let me know all about it in the comments down below. And with that, we get to the end of this video. Thumbs up, thumbs down based on whatever you felt about it. Subscribe, turn on notifications by hitting that bell icon if you haven't yet. Thanks a lot for watching. Till next time, my name's Ash. You've been watching C4 Retech, and I'm signing off for now. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.